Kozakovs. And now to wrap up and conclude this important debate for this House, I invite, on behalf of the Commission, Vice President Sefcovic to take the floor.
Madam President, Honourable High Representative, my dear colleague, Commissioner McGuinness, honourable members of the European Parliament, but first and foremost, dear Ukrainians, Szanowni Ukraińcy. I have to say that I never seen a debate in European Parliament charged with so much emotions, solidarity, and a sense of common European belonging. As you know, we come from different countries, from different political families, but we are discussing today an attack against the most fundamental European values that we all share. And therefore, today we are all Ukrainians. Сьогодні ми всі українці. Because the people of Ukraine are fighting for our values. They are fighting for our freedom, and they are fighting for everything we believe in, for Europe as we know it, for Europe as we treasure it. And we will need the same unity as we felt this afternoon in this House in the days, weeks and months ahead. It's clear that Kremlin has failed in its goal to crush Ukraine. It failed to break spirit of brave Ukrainians. It failed to divide or scare Europe. On the contrary, bravery and courage of all Ukrainians and calm and determined leadership of President Zelensky and his government energize not only Ukraine and Ukrainians, but the whole Europe, all democracies, and I believe every peace-loving human being in the world. Mr. President Zelensky, we have been working together to reform Ukraine. We have been working together on energy security, on energy independence. And we will be working together to build strong, democratic Ukraine. Mr. President, you ask us to do proof that we are with you. And I would like to respond to you, we are. We will make sure that the sanctions are vigorously applied, and not only on Russia, but also on Belarus. We will do our utmost to supply you with everything you need. And we will be with you to rebuild your beautiful country after your victory. Nobody in Europe can doubt today that the people that stand up so bravely for our European values belongs in our European family. And therefore, I want to reassure you that as we welcome your women and children in Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and other European countries, that in the same warm, receptive way, we will open our arms to Ukraine in our common house of peace, democracy, and prosperity called Europe. Slava Ukraini!
Thank you very much, Vice President Sefcovic. And now, on behalf of the Council, I invite High Representative Borrell to take the floor.
Señora Presidenta, querido colega comisario, señoras y señores diputados. Rusia se sitúa después de la agresión a Ucrania en un punto de inflexión de su etapa postsoviética. Rusia ha puesto fin a uno de los últimos eslabones que quedaban en su relación con la Unión Europea. Y este eslabón eran los acuerdos de Minsk. El presidente Putin los ha liquidado. Eran acuerdos imperfectos, desde muchos puntos de vista, arrancados en un momento en el que había que hacer un alto al fuego, en la anterior guerra. Pero, no obstante, estos acuerdos consagraban la integridad territorial de Ucrania y su cumplimiento, hoy ya imposible, marcaba un hipotético camino hacia una normalidad de las relaciones diplomáticas entre Rusia y la Unión Europea. Y esta referencia y esta posibilidad ahora ha desaparecido. Y por eso digo que Rusia se encuentra hoy en un punto de inflexión en su trayectoria en la época postsoviética. Y este tremendo conflicto solo puede concluir positivamente con un regreso de Rusia a las normas y a los principios internacionales básicos. Y esta es una ocasión que tenemos desde la Unión Europea que aprovechar para elaborar mecanismos y tratados que establezcan garantías de seguridad más firmes y mecanismos que permitan verificar su puesta en aplicación. Y quiero recordarles, después del entusiasmo de una sesión parlamentaria, que al final la vía de la negociación y el diálogo están en la esencia de lo que es la Unión Europea. No somos una unión militar y no hemos declarado la guerra a nadie. Somos una unión de Estados miembros que precisamente han renunciado a la guerra como forma de resolver los conflictos. No estamos en guerra con nadie, pero estamos al lado de alguien que ha sido agredido y dispuestos a movilizar todos nuestros recursos diplomáticos, a la vez para salvaguardar la seguridad de Europa, pero también para encontrar una solución al conflicto. Porque las sanciones son necesarias, inevitables, pero además de las sanciones necesitamos soluciones. Estas sanciones tendrán un efecto muy grande sobre la economía rusa. Y el señor Putin no puede decir que no lo sabía, porque se lo hemos advertido la presidenta von der Leyen multitud de veces, el presidente del Consejo. ¿Cuántas veces hemos dicho que las sanciones tendrían efectos masivos y altos costes? Y sin duda las van a tener. El rublo se ha desplomado un 40%. El control sobre casi la mitad de las reservas de cambio de Rusia tendrá un efecto enorme sobre su economía. Es una amenaza de default. Es sin duda una medida de, al lado de esto, sacar del sistema SWIFT a unos cuantos bancos es de menor importancia, porque en este momento las cifras cantan. Rusia se había preparado desde hacía tiempo para hacer frente a una situación como esta y había ido quitando sus reservas del dólar y el euro para colocarlo en yuanes y en oro. Cuando Rusia toma Crimea, el 87% de sus reservas están en dólares y euros. Y ahora están por debajo del 40%, en el entorno del 40%, pero siguen siendo muchos. Porque el oro, 135 millones de reservas en oro, billones de reservas en oro, el oro hay que poderlo vender. Y para eso hace falta que alguien lo pueda comprar. Y nuestras sanciones financieras van también a impedir la movilización de este recurso. Por lo tanto, esas medidas financieras, ciertamente unprecedented financial measures, will go in the direction of a potential default, which will have consequences for the whole financial system, for the global financial system. So don't minusvalorate the importance of what we have decided to do and what will follow. I want to stress that. And now we have to work diplomatically all over the world, reaching out all countries in order to build a state of the mind in order the aggressor being condemned. And on that, I can assure you, me as High Representative, all my colleagues, members of the Foreign Affairs Council, all our delegations, all our embassies will be strongly working in order to get a result on the vote in the General Assembly. This is the most important thing that we have to do right now. Because I repeat, this is an issue which belongs to the foreign and security policy, which is intergovernmental, and it's the member states who have to take the lead on this response and the diplomatic sphere. The second thing that has been discussing today, and is maybe the more important that many of us could believe, is our dependency from the gas. The President has been saying all the time, we have to reduce this dependency. But I've been listening for the last 20 years that we have to decrease this dependency, and this dependency has been increasing during the last 20 years. So from now on, let's put work in accordance with our saying, because we pay $700 million for the world for gas and oil and coal imports from Russia. And every year we import 200 billion cubic meters of gas. We have to increase renewables, President said, have renewed hydrogen, but keep in mind that the amount of power in a country like Italy a year in renewables is less than 500 million of cubic meters. So we have in front of us a strong work to do, and we have to remain committed to it. And we have to explain to our people what does it mean. This is a good occasion to develop the best and most noble side of the political activity, which is pedagogy. That's the moment to do pedagogy. And I understand the enthusiasm and the approach of a parliamentarian chamber in a moment like this. I've been parliamentarian as you many years, even president of this house. And I know that this is the moment to show enthusiasm and support. But then we have to go to act. And next time, when you discuss again the budget of the European Union, remember that we need resources for do what today we are doing with an intergovernmental fund that this Parliament has never approved, because it's not in your competences. Put more defense and security on your mindset. Stop discussing theology about strategic autonomy. Call it the way you want, but we have to be more responsible. We have to take our responsibility more in our hands. We have to be strategically responsible. And this has nothing to do against weakening the transatlantic alliances, which, by the way, have been proven to be stronger than ever. And our unity with the transatlantic partners has been 100%. Nothing against weakening NATO, because we develop our capacities. We have to become a hard power. I know that the words may afraid someone, but hard power, I insist, is not just talking about military. Hard power is having a power to coerce, the power to influence the decisions of the others. And what we are doing on these measures is a lot of hard power. Be prepared for the answer. Be prepared for the consequences. Don't put all your strength in your mouth. Don't say nice things only. From now on, we have to be prepared to resist. We have to be prepared to act in the long term with a clear understanding of which are our challenges and our capacities. This is the moment for the European Union to discuss about what do we want to be, what we are, which are the limits of what we can do, and what do we want to do in the future. And in order to face the challenge of the future, there is a lot of things that we have to review. a lot of things about our procedures, our methods, putting more attention on our capacity to act than in the time that we spend on internal discussions. What's happening today in Ukraine, remember me, Budapest in '56. I was 9 years old, but I remember listening to the radio how the Russian Tsars were entering in Budapest. Would remember me, '88, the Prague Spring. I was an officer in the Spanish army then, and my unit was put into alert. I don't know why, because it was completely useless. On both cases, we did nothing, because we couldn't know anything. But from now on, we have to face a confrontation between us, democracies, people who believe on freedom, on multi-party system, where citizens choose their governments. When we live in a free market economy, trying to put together economic efficiency and social cohesion with the autocratic regimes, which are supporting themselves with a clique of people who take advantage of the system, while the great majority of the people don't improve their living conditions. All the war treasury that Putin is taking from our gas payments doesn't go to increase the well-being of the Russian people. It goes to make more powerful his war machine. Tout l'argent qu'on paye pour le gaz et le pétrole russe ne sert pas à augmenter le bien-être du peuple russe, ça sert tout simplement à augmenter sa capacité militaire. Mais c'est le moment, je pense, vraiment, honnêtement, où l'Europe doit se penser à elle-même. Qu'est-ce que nous voulons être dans le futur? Et je pense que quelque chose de plus de ce que nous étions, de ce que nous soyons maintenant. Et c'est ça le véritable défi que nous devons faire face dans les prochaines semaines, mois et des années. Et c'est pour ça que la conférence sur le futur d'Europe peut jouer un important rôle. Merci.
Merci. Thank you very much, High Representative. That concludes the debate.